What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Unfiltered Truth. I'm your host, Phil Robinson. With me, we have the great Phil Jones. Phil Jones, what's going on, brother?
Good evening, y'all. How y'all doing? Peace
Good
and love.
evening. Peace and love. Definitely need more peace and love in this world. You look back to what happened at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas, and it's tragic.
People have lost their damn minds, Phil. They lost their damn minds.
Definitely have, and everybody don't need to have a gun. Oh, everybody don't need to have a gun, and there needs to be a better effort to decipher who those people are that shouldn't have one. I'm not saying take anybody's guns.
I'm just
I'm not
saying.
saying that 2A is a bad thing because the right to bear arms is a right for
Yep.
everyone. Said, but everybody don't need to have a damn gun.
Nope. I mean, and anybody that's suggesting the teacher need to have a gun, I'm just gonna slap you right outside your head because I'm gonna tell you this: these teachers' plates are already heavy. You got to deal with God knows how many kids in your classroom. Then you got to deal with the parents. Then you got some unruly ones. Then you got to worry about toting a gun on the side of your hip.
Admin and then toting a gun and being
Yeah,
a
let
political
me. I'm gonna tell you something, Phil. And let Tommy's little badass get on my damn nerves. And you know, there's always that kid that will get under a teacher's skin to the point where, you know what? Fuck it. Pop, pop. What makes you think that won't happen? You got to factor in all these scenarios before you even think about saying, oh, we need to arm these teachers up. Here, I give you this. You need to work on vetting some of these folks that are getting these able to get guns and all. You need to make sure that you're doing a proper background check. You do need to have armed security at these schools.
They had it.
100% absolutely agree. You do need to have that. And here's another thing. We have all this money, all this top of the line technology and shit where, okay, you know our kids, they get little ID badges, right?
Yeah.
You know, on picture day, they take the little ID badge. They got to show their badge and shit. You can embed a barcode scan where only the kids, the teachers, whoever works at the school is able to get in that room or into that building. It's not that fucking hard. We got all these motherfucking tax dollars we're paying for this, and this. Why can't we use that in these schools? You want to make schools safer and shit? Go on. It should be security access. Most of these jobs are like that. Why can't we have it like that at the schools? And I tell you this, it will limit the amount of kids that be coming over to another school that be trying to start a fucking fight and shit. Because the only way you're gonna be able to get through that property, hey, we ID badge. You can't scan in, get off the property. Or if you ain't got it, or if you forget it that day, you have to you can factor in a lot of things to make things very simple. It may seem hard in the beginning, but if you take the time to set things into place, I'm telling you will limit a lot of that shit. Yes, I ain't saying take anybody's guns or anything and all that shit, but these fucking background checks, Texas, they don't even run that shit. Some of these other states don't even run it. That's the fucking problem. The problem is you got some of these folks, they're going to some of these other states and all, grab the gun, and then come back to their state where they're not doing that background check. I wouldn't say you got to secure it like prisons. I mean,
that's practically where we're at. That's exactly
no,
where
you
we're
don't
at.
have to. You don't. Like I said, most of these jobs, most of our jobs, we need like security, little ID badges to badge in to get in, correct? You can do this shit. They want to put money to something, that's where they put their money at. Get that shit from being backlogged. Get the folks out there to start conducting those background checks. That's it.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
but that's where we're at.
Yeah, we're at that point. And it's the sad thing. We shouldn't even be having to speak about this. We shouldn't be having this conversation. But here we are. A lot of us got kids. You got your niece or nephew staying with you. And, you might be the parent, guardian, or whatever, or in general, or if it's just family. You have a lot that you got to think about now.
Said Dre, you're right. It's crazy. You got 3 kids and don't even want them to go to school with stuff like this. I'm trying to get my kids to be more social, and every time I want them to be more social and go out and make some more friends,
shit be happening.
Shit like this. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe they got it right. And I hate to see it because it's such an isolated existence, and you don't even get a chance to meet anybody, and it's not like it used to be. And I wasn't the popular guy walking around just meeting everybody, no shit like that. But being stuck in the house, living off of PlayStation chats and all that other shit that these kids have to go with, this shit is fucked up.
Yeah. Robertson, always picture you as the kid walking around with them damn Jesus sandals and some ashy knees and some shorts. So I was pretty accurate.
I always picture you as the Black Violet Beauregard.
Fuck you.
Anyway.
Hey, you know what?
Adult toxicity has brought us to this.
Yeah.
I agree, Greg.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
School, church, groceries. Yeah. Yeah, definitely with the White Sox. But, yeah. Nah, Dre, yeah.
That's real. All of our technology is working in the complete opposite fashion. It's making people stupider, making people incapable. And then social media is making people less social. Clout chasing, out here doing all types of weirdo shit on the street just so that they can get a camera in front of their face and you can see them do it.
Just acting like a damn fool. And when you get called out on your shit, you get put on blast, you get angry. Now you want to go and shoot everybody up.
Show how hard you are.
Exactly. Keyboard fucking warriors.
Believe anything they read, and then get brainwashed to a point where they can't even critically think and see the other side, see any type of different perspective. And when you stop losing the ability to see another perspective, you're not doing yourself any justice.
Like, man, I mean, seriously, you got people just creating fake bullshit in their head, or well, I heard from this doctor on YouTube, or I heard from this guy on this InfoSec website, and I'm like, okay, hold on. Was it in the book before? Was it on this? Was it on that? Well, no, but I saw it on this, so that means it's got to be true. No, the fuck it doesn't. You need to try to think for yourself. Do the fucking proper research. But no, everybody get caught up in this wild bullshit that's being floated around, and then you got, well, it's my job and my duty. No, the fuck it's not.
It's your job and your duty to mind your own goddamn business. That's what it's your duty to do.
I'm so sick of it, bro.
You'd find the world to be a much better place if everybody minded their own damn business.
It's an old saying, you know, when you mind your own fucking business, you tend to look young and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's my old saying. My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. And that shit
be conversation. My way right on out.
It's kept my ass alive so far.
Right. Well, almost 12 minutes into that, now we've taken care of
we had to get it off our chest, bro. I mean, everybody needs to vent here and there. That's the thing. That's another problem with society. You know, if somebody needs to come to vent to you, I mean, sometimes maybe you want to hear them out. Because just hearing that person out, you know, I get it. Sometimes you probably you be shocked. You be shocked how that can change a major outcome with a lot of things. Just listening.
That fast. Just that fast.
I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Because I've had something like that before. I'm not going to say who it was. I had a person one day came up to me. You could tell he was distraught. Now, usually when I tell you, when I ain't got my coffee in the morning, bro, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to talk to your ass. I'm usually the motherfucker that's ready to choose violence. But something told me, just go on. I'm gonna go and listen to him. Heard him out, and I gave him a suggestion because I couldn't find out. Because he told me, he said, "Well, I'm gonna go home then," because I was ready to shoot everybody up. You be shot. And this way back in the day. Way back. And just listening to that person right there. Just listen to anybody. If they got a vent, just hear them out. It's okay. And I think about it at the back of my head sometimes, like, damn, what if I just blew him off? Would I even be sitting here talking right now?
You might be. Can't say the same for a lot of other people.
And that's the problem. I feel like a lot of people, like you were saying earlier, and Dre was saying, everybody gets caught up in social media so much it engulfs their whole entire life. Sometimes you got to get that shit a break.
Yep.
I'm gonna be real. Y'all don't see me tweeting and all that shit that much anymore. I need a break. I love y'all, but some of y'all be getting on my damn nerves, but you gotta.
Y'all is crazy.
Just outside. Step the fuck outside. Get some sunlight. Damn, walk outside. Talk and interact with people. There are some folks that are so engulfed in this shit that they sit in a dark fucking room and shit. Believe the fuck is on the internet and shit. It fucks with your emotions. Leads you
And
down
state
to
of mind.
depression. I'm going to give you a suggestion. If you're feeling like you're in a dark spot right now, call someone, talk to someone that can help. If you feel like you need to just get the fuck out, don't be taking it out on everybody else. Go take a fucking walk. It's just common fucking sense. Right, Greg?
Don't be a supervisor to a crackhead. He need a fix, and you ask everybody to stay late.
All right. I had to get that off my chest. I know we here, we talking. We always try to talk Raiders with y'all, but I mean, it ain't always about Raiders. I mean, look, we live in reality, you know? Shit.
The unfiltered truth is deeper than sports.
Exactly.
There's a need for our services everywhere in every aspect of information. Why it's more than a name, it's an ideal, because the unfiltered truth is no longer what anybody's getting.
Yeah.
Said nobody's getting any information without 3 or 4 filters already added down, trickling through. And that's crazy. It's part of the reason why things have gotten as bad as they were, because if you were able to strip away all the filters and people were be able to see things for what they really were, I want to believe strongly that they'd finally be able to come together and make some shit happen once they could see what it was.
Yeah.
Much love to you, Ty.
Hey, Ty. All I can say is, look, can we just get through the rest of this week as best as possible? This holiday weekend as best as possible.
Right, heading into the holidays where you're gonna be able to find everybody out doing outdoor events.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to get through it. Keep your head on a swivel. That's all I can say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let's change these gears up and let's get back into a busy day of Raider football, top to bottom. We had a lot of exciting things happen today. First off was John Gruden had his day in court. John Gruden took on Roger in the big bad NFL, man. The big bad NFL. They came for me, bro. They ruined my reputation, stole my job. They tried to screw me over. But I got these boys now. I got these boys in court. These boys is gonna have to show off every single one of those $650,000, 650,000 emails, because I already got my settlement from Mark. I don't need their money. I want to see them all burn.
Burn is what he will see.
Gruden went to court for 2 motions today. The first of which was a motion to dispel brought forth by the NFL. What exactly is the motion to dispel, Jones?
Oh shit, man! Man, you making me remember criminal law, man. You really gonna make me go back through this shit? What was it? I think what was it? Request to the court to issue an order to compel discovery or something like that.
Dispel.
Damn, man. Oh, you said dispel. Shit, man. Yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Stay with me. It'll be all right. Just take a deep breath, and as long as you listen to me, you'll be all right.
You really making me go back. Yeah, I gotta pull up my law book. Let me pull up my law book.
Greg, what's up? Welcome to the membership. Welcome to the brotherhood. Thank you for joining us.
Let me see if I can pull up my logbook. You really got me going back, bro.
Dispel, Dub C Raider. Dispel.
What's that? DISPEL.
PEL.
Yeah. You really got me going back. Damn. I go back. Man, you know what?
All y'all people working on this, I need y'all to come up with answers a little bit faster than y'all doing. We got about 3 minutes of dead air waiting on y'all motherfuckers. Come on.
Dead air.
Anyway, while we're waiting for them to come up with that, so the second motion was the motion to dismiss, and that was the NFL. I believe the dispel motion was so that the NFL wouldn't be able to handle this case through arbitration. And the difference with the arbitration versus the lawsuit is that the arbitration would be presided over by members of the NFL versus an outright trial, which is what he's getting ready to have. Says DC Raider, Dub C Raider says proper utilization of the motion for articulation serves to dispel any such ambiguity by clarifying the factual and legal
Yep.
basis upon which the trial court rendered its decision. If he makes the team, I sure will. That's going to be the best seller.
I even got the kicks to go with it, bro.
And for the motion to dismiss, yes, they're trying to dismiss evidence and the case.
They could not.
And they were unable to get that to happen. So John Gruden's trial is set for heading to discovery. And that is something that the NFL is going to make. They are going to come up with some ungodly settlement packet for John Gruden.
Yeah, they're gonna try. No, you know what they're gonna try to do? They're gonna try to keep this shit in pre-trial.
They're gonna try to tie it up for years.
Yeah, they're gonna try, but they can't. They can't. It's not gonna hold up. They thought that was gonna be the backup plan, but the way this shit's going,
yeah,
you
can't hold up this. Yeah, they can't hold up discovery pre-trial. They've already passed up all their pre-trial options. There's nothing to hold up.
That was the plan. They wanted to do that shit, but
they is fucked all the way. Because once that goes to discovery, if they don't get this trial sealed, and they would have no reason, and Gruden's side would have no reason whatsoever to seal it, because it would help profess their innocence. So NFL is going, yes, that's right. 650,000 of them said John Gruden's attorneys are about to go through all of them. All of them.
Oh, shit.
And what's to say that some of that don't get leaked? Wanna play? Just now remembered that? I've been waiting on you to remember that.
You know my plate has been full, man. Who?
Good look right here. Because the next time you hit me with some shit like that, this going across the back of your head.
Bitch, please.
Just with no powder.
All I'm just going to say.
This case will leak over to the Flores case. Said Gruden on his Al Davis shit. Chucky can go to hell, but I hope he takes the league with him. And the Freemasons ain't letting Gruden get his way. Gruden.
You sure about that?
on the garage floor. It's 100 some degrees outside,
I'm
or in
about
this
to-
house in this garage. So they laid out trying to stay cool.
all I'm saying is all that shit about Mark Davis gonna have to sell the team and just went down the drain for the NFL.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo.
That motherfucker Mark just sitting back like,
Boy, did it. Said Mark gonna be right by the time it comes for me to be y'all to take this vote. So some of y'all might not be here. Some of y'all might not be here.
oh, it's about to get even better, because there's one thing that's also starting to come forth, and I'm just gonna sit back and let that bask in the air. But yeah,
Snyder.
that money.
Gotta follow it.
Remember that text message?
Follow it. Always, always, always follow the money.
And all I gotta say is, you know who you can really blame on this whole matter? Why the legal system want this shit to go forward? It
Why
all
is it? Who's
begins
that?
with Snyder.
Oh, what a shame. What a
Oh,
shame.
they
What?
want him. They
Oh, I know.
they see the league them burn some bridges.
Oh, yeah.
And they want him. And all I can say is forget sitting in court for Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. I want to sit in this court case
And see what's really going on.
I don't know. Don't worry, Raider. Like we're gonna get to it. We get ready to get to it.
So just rest your pretty little head. There's a lot going on, especially in the courtrooms, especially with the NFL. That's
Mm-hmm.
now the thing with Snyder, the thing they're trying to put on Mark Davis, the thing that John Gruden has just put on them, Brian Flores and what he's got going on.
Because the thing about it, what they were trying to do with Mark, their methods are technically illegal on doing it, on how they're going about it, private sector or not.
Mm-hmm. Do you want payday chunky? We got so are we ready to move on, Jones? Or do
Oh
you have
hell
any?
yeah, bro! I'm ready to hear everybody. I'm ready to hear the triggered folks talk about. I don't want no daggone cape or nigga in my damn on my damn team. I'm gonna sell my ticket to get my job.
The Raiders have always been a beacon of truth when it comes to equal opportunity. So they've been all about the advancement of colored people and women.
Mm-hmm.
They've been social justice practitioners and among the forefronts in social justice awareness.
Yeah.
And you had heard it said earlier by Mark Davis that he would like to be able to see Colin Kaepernick get an opportunity again in this league. And it appears that he is set to provide it to him himself. Cap was brought in for a tryout today. They want him to stay in Vegas for another couple days to continue to evaluate him. But if, from what I've heard, if he is serious about rejoining his career or restarting his NFL career, said and wishes to do so as a backup, he will have an opportunity to sign a contract for your Las Vegas Raiders.
In other words, we got this shit ready for you. We just need you to, whether it's a yes or no.
Let us know what it is that you want to do.
I'm gonna put it like this. Now, I managed to ask somebody from Michigan because he was throwing the football for Michigan. I and you got to look. You're gonna look a tad bit rusty if you running some like 7-on-7s and shit. But again, getting him back out there at full game speed, preseason, just going, etc. That would be great. Cause I'm gonna be real. Stidham and Mullins as your backups. Do you honestly want those two as your backups? Silence.
No.
Because
Mullins would be fine. I can say as much as you want to knock Mullins, say
I'm not
say
knocking.
what
No,
you
no, no.
want
I'm
to
not
say
knocking.
about him
I'm not
as a
knocking.
backup.
I'm
Yeah,
not
as a
knocking
backup,
Mullins.
he's fine.
He's always been a number 3. He's never been a number 2. That's what I'm saying. I'd bring in. I'd take my chance with Cap before I really roll with Stidham or Mullins as my number 2.
Oh, I'm taking Cap over Stidham all the way.
Hell yeah.
If you were to throw a jersey and a helmet on right now and start taking snaps under center, I would take you over Stidham.
Shit. Fuck. Where my fucking? I got my helmet. I can run out on the field. The furthest I can throw is about 50 yards. But
Hey,
I can side on that shit like Rich Gannon,
as long as you can dot the I's and cross the T's from about 15 to 20, we'll be straight.
Just
Dirty,
know I won't throw it in the ground.
go. We won't be calling you the Gopher Killer, the
Hell
ball
no.
spiker.
No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna run for the first.
Oh, you gonna run for the first? What
I'm
about the
gonna run for
touchdown?
that first. Oh, for the touchdown?
You
I'm
gonna
gonna
run for the
dive.
touchdown?
I'm
You
gonna
gonna
dive right
dive?
on in.
I heard that. Dive right on in. So Dirty, I want Chase too. I don't know. I don't necessarily know if he's going to be able to pick the offense up in time to be the number 2 guy. I think that he's got a lot to. He's probably maybe a season, maybe 2 off. Definitely at least 1.
I think he's more of your. Let me use him as my experiment to really like how Gruden did. What's his face?
The Peterman.
Peterman. Peterman. I
I think
think you
he's
can.
better
I
than the
think you
Peterman.
can work with Garber like you did Peterman.
Peterman had a better arm.
But I'm saying like how he took his time. Like we're gonna keep
Right.
you on the roster, but yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just I wouldn't call this a distraction, bro. I mean,
No,
come
not at
on,
all.
man. You look at history, bro. We've always brought in the misfits.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know where Tone is. He said he'd be here, and now we're almost about 35 minutes into it, and we still ain't seen or heard.
the Baba Yaga got his ass.
Yes, the NFLPA
Yeah.
changed the practice squad and IR rules today. I believe they gave each team 8 designations for return
Yeah.
on the between the practice squad and the IR, and I believe guys get up to 2, or they get 4 players with up to 2, or or any player can use it twice as long as you still have one of the 8 remaining.
I think oh yeah. I gotta pull through my email. I got it. Hold on, I'm pulling it out right now. Well, hold up. I didn't want that treat.
Funny thing is, Nerf, you might not be too far from the truth because if you think about it, it's you're looking at instantly number one in jersey sales, and that's revenue. Said whether or not he can come out there and ball, or he goes out there and stinks up the joint, he's still gonna get them jerseys off for a couple weeks,
Yeah, I mean,
and they're going to capitalize off of that because it would be silly not to. Mark Davis has realized the more and more that I've seen when you look at what happened with the former front office, the inmates were running the asylum and he had no idea what was going on. So once he began to take some initiative and look after his own finances and build and business, he discovered that he was missing a considerable amount of money, which he's now seeking to recoup moving forward and hitting every point he can and getting all his money. What else we got here?
wow. Sorry. Remember I said, can we at least get through the week without any more fuckery?
Didn't make it 30 minutes into the show, huh?
Uh, hey, for my Raider fans that live in the DC, Maryland area, please be safe. Ugh, shit. Y'all just made my life fucking harder. But moving on, man. If you want to, yeah, just let's keep moving. Come on.
And we got a signing today. We signed a defensive tackle from Green Bay. You got his name? You know this guy? Anything about this guy?
Uh, what's the name?
Let's look it up. Oh, yep, never mind. Well, we ain't gonna have Tone today. Uh, hold on, let me pull it up real quick. It is Tyler Lancaster.
Oh shit. Okay. He's good in run defense. He's real good in run defense. I've seen him play he'll play in the base 3-4 front. He can play D tackle and they have lined him up on the outside at DN. But I mean, you're gonna try to bring in as many bodies as possible because again, I don't think I'm gonna keep you. I don't think I need to keep that guy. And I said somebody was going to be losing their job before camp started, right?
Right.
And it's already happened.
Oh yes. Oh yes. One first round pick is relegated to the bench.
Riding that pine, girl.
So grab some pine meat. It'll be good for you. It'll help you get your mind right. Help you focus on what it is that you need to do better. I believe in the mystic powers of the bench. And that's where one Jonathan Abram looks to be finding himself at the second to third spot on the depth chart, looking up. Harmon is
Number
in
one.
line. That guy.
I mean, I told you, Harmon's not a bad safety. Harmon's been around for a little bit. Huh?
No, not at all. And he's he's the veteran and former Patriot, so he's got a good
idea.
idea.
And he will rack in what? A good average of interceptions. It'll be about 3 or 4 interceptions. He'll get off the back end.
Yeah, at least 3 or 4.
So I mean, in my opinion, hey, long as I know your ass, can cover it. You can cover that back end with some help and some support. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, he's averaging probably over the last 3 years. It's 2 interceptions a year.
That's all I need to know.
Playing full season, playing every game of the season. He's played 16 plus, going all the way back to 2014. Was the last 2013, his rookie season was the only time he missed a game.
Yeah.
Started 33 in the last 2 years.
Like I said, I take him over Abrams right now. I'm sorry. You're a liability in coverage. And when you're a liability in coverage, I cannot, especially with the way you got the receiving core with the Chargers, the Broncos, and you know how the Chiefs try to play shit. So I can't have liabilities. Once you have one liability, it's always going to be another. And when there's another,
And another.
it's just
And
going to be a
another.
fucking pain in your ass.
Because when you got to cover, when you got a deficiency and a liability that you got to cover for, you overexpose another area. And then the next thing you know, the offense is looking to see how you're going to cover that up and where the next hole is going to be.
Exactly.
Raider Way, I truly honestly believe that they are going to do their absolute best to drive Josh Jacobs to be all that he can be in a contract year, to coach we still are looking to see what happened with Kenyon Drake. I actually got to ask my guy about that. I was supposed to get that information
Oh, we're supposed
yesterday.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
supposed to get
can.
that yesterday.
I can check. Hold on. I call my guy. All right, so look, I'll probably find out something tomorrow morning on that. I know his ass asleep, but I think they needed to know whether or not Drake was fully 100%. If he was ready to go. If he wasn't, then, I think they probably would have gave him an injury settlement.
They still
And
might. It's not wrapped up yet. They still might. They've already switched his salary cap to lower the hit, and they got 3 years worth of dead contracts. So it looks
well,
like they're
I
just gonna
mean,
end.
shit. Did you see how Gruden was doing these fucking contracts? Making back in fucking 2001, 2002, man. What the fuck, man? I was looking at these contracts like, what the fuck? Hey, bro, we about to be having. They're gonna be trying to sign free agents with coupons and shit again.
It was crazy.
I'd be like, well, John, give me some of your fucking money then. I'd put that shit right now, escrow. I was like, look, you ain't look. And real talk, I think John, if he had fucked up going forward into this year, if they didn't make the playoffs last year, I think John was already going to be out the door.
Or somebody was. There was a bunch of people getting
I
fired.
think everybody they were all going to be out the door.
John wasn't. He was still owed way too much money. He would get rid of everybody else before he got to him. Because let's be honest, Mayock did not do any help, and we could try to pass that off all as John Gruden, but Mayock was supposed to be the draft expert, the
Yeah.
guru guy, and came up with nothing, and did a horrible job of explaining why we drafted guys with phenomenal red flags.
A lot of red.
A lot
flags.
of red flags.
You don't even have your own 2020 draft class still here. And then, your 2019 about to wither out the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your two main guys for 2018 are still here. That's what? Parker and Miller.
And for everybody that says they overdrafted Miller, look, his production says otherwise.
Yeah. Cause who's the tackle that they got from what the Niners got?
McGlinchey.
What the fuck McGlinchey been doing?
He's been solid, but he hasn't been better than Miller.
Exactly. They were trying to say McGlinchey was supposed to be the best tackle within this draft. What happened? No. People even were. And what got me, Orlando Brown. Everybody saw a bad combine and just said, "Oh, he's trash. He's terrible." Boy, those folks eating crow and need to be slapped in the face. I want to say this shit right here. Sometimes you're gonna have a good combine. Sometimes you're gonna have a bad one.
Combine is at this point probably
They
one
don't
of the
need shit anymore.
overrated talent evaluation systems ever.
To be honest, I look at these different bowl games, like your Senior Bowls or your East West Shrine Bowl or NFL PA Bowl game, because you're working with a whole new coaching staff. As a player, you got to deal with a whole new coaching staff, all new players around you in a short amount of time, and how you're going to prep and react and do what they need you to do for that Saturday. And when I say I feel like that's the best way to prepare a player going into the league, it tells me mentally, where are you? Physically, where are you? And I feel like they need to start inviting more of these guys that are coming out instead of letting them look on the outside in. Let them invite all of them. Shit. See what the fuck they can do.
Might
I
as
see they're
well.
doing the HBCU ones, and I love that. So again, and yeah, I agree. Game tape over combine.
And at this point, I would say that your Senior Bowl is now probably one of your single most important off-season stops leading up to the draft. You're getting more out of the Senior Bowl than you are from the combine.
Yeah, because now you're getting your agent, and they're advising you not to run because, well, you still have this little lingering issue right here. I wouldn't run. It could affect your whole time. It could be affecting your draft stock. At least if you didn't run, you didn't do this, or I think you didn't throw it on, you can kind of just stay neutral, or you might drop down a few. But yes, game tape is going to tell you what you're going to get out of this player. And I mean, don't just look at one season. Look at the fucking red shirt year. Look at anything you can get your hands on. Even if it's a damn spring practice, look at it.
Spring practice would be better to watch. The tape that you would get to see when nobody else is looking is a tape that's going to tell you everything you need to know about
Yep.
that player and what they're about, how they act, how they conduct themselves, how they approach their business when nobody's looking or when they think nobody's looking.
Yep. Game tape gonna lie.
It don't.
But I mean, shit. I'm liking the way things are starting to shape up, Phil. But at the end of everything, man,
So,
we might be getting one more guy. One more guy.
I think you're going to end up getting probably a couple more. I think what's going to end up happening is that they're going to keep the money that they get on June 2nd and take that through training camp, because what they're going to do is they're going to look at what they have on the roster, evaluate and see if the guys that are the 90 that are on there are going to be able to stay. And if the 90 who are on there aren't going to be able to stay, then they're going to need some money to continue turning this roster over until they find the best 53 guys that they can moving forward who fit interchangeably like specialists up and down the line. Now, real quick, Dwayne, say you made all that noise about what if I was going to be ready to talk USC football, and then what? I didn't hear nothing from you. Phone was just sitting here doing this. That's the sound of nothing. That's because it didn't ring. But what's that right there? Wide receiver. That's very astute of you. They also need a defensive back or two, maybe even three. We do not know what Trayvon Mullen's status is with his foot, although that big old joint that where his big toe is supposed to be certainly didn't look like that was going to be copacetic, to say the least. And we continue to look at, are we going to get another wide receiver? Speed receiver is what Vic said. I thought that Tyron Johnson was going to be our speed guy, but I mean, speed is all over the place now. So
I think by the terms of speed guy, they want motherfucker that's like, you remember how we had what was it, Johnny Holton?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kind of speed.
Not James Jett, not Tyreek Hill, just Johnny Holton speed.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's be specific here, okay?
And real quick, so I can knock this out and then take it down. Looking at somebody's worst game tells a lot. I like to look at their best game. I like to take a look at their worst game and then find one in the middle. And then if I'm curious off something that they have, then I'll go back and look at the rest at their best competition to see how they did. That's usually how I go about doing it. Press corner, that would be the defensive back that I said we needed, right? But I'd like to see, but
Mhm.
this time they need to get a guy who's 6'2" or bigger.
Well, this is what I'm getting sent right now, so it's like, let me just go on and make that in bold letters where everybody can see. So, yeah, that's what we need. And it's more on the depth issue. You want to be, you don't want no setbacks. You don't want to have any weak ass mistakes. So, I mean, overall, the Raiders are in a good situation. It's not going to be, we're going to do the same shit like last year. Nah. Uh-uh. The only way you're going to be dealing with that shit like last year and the year before, if you're not reading, you're not listening. Didn't I say, listening is key earlier in the show?
Mm-hmm. So
Listening.
I just sent a picture of that hitch and that throwing motion that I was telling you about right there,
Yeah.
front and center.
Mm-mm-mm.
So I'm gonna be honest because this is the unfiltered truth. I'm in love with the idea of Colin Kaepernick signing with the Raiders. I think it'd be fantastic if he could actually give them something. I just don't see it. He's a pitcher and he throws the ball like a pitcher. And with that being said, in the type of offense that McDaniels runs based off of timing and whatnot, having a long hitchy release like his will throw off the timing of the routes. Now, is he gonna? That doesn't mean he can't do it. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's gonna suck. But if you want an idea of what that kind of look like, think of Cam Newton.
Yeah, you got a point.
That's pretty close to what you could expect to see. An over a weird extra over the top delivery and hesitate, not quite letting it rip when he should. That's about what it'll look like. Now, could they adjust the offense and switch it up to do something that he's better at? Absolutely. You could throw him in there to add the element of running, but let's be real. That man is 34 years old, going on 35.
Yeah.
Yes, his body should be perfectly healthy because he hasn't taken a single shot from even a blocking bag in the last 5 to 6 years. But he's still 34 and
Mm.
getting ready to be readjusted back to the NFL without any form of practice whatsoever against competition. So throwing routes to receivers is cool, but if you're not playing against defenders, it's not real football. If nobody's rushing you, that's not real football, and if nobody's hitting you, that's definitely not real football.
Boom. Thank you. Thank you.
Kaepernick's.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not finna clown that man like that
Nah, I
because at
won't
this
go and
point,
say that shit.
you don't know what you're gonna get from Kaepernick. That's the beauty of it. That's the relatively unknown is that you don't know what you're going to get. All we know is that it's a cool story, bro, and it would do a lot for positive publicity, especially given everything that may or may not come out in the whole Gruden email scandal that's suddenly taken a turn for I don't even know if you call it better or the worse. It's better if you're Gruden, the worst if it's the NFL. It looks like it's going to be good for the Raiders. Who knows?
Yeah. I think they'll pull it off. I think it'll work out. I don't think there's gonna be any problems. So I'm hoping Friday for the weekend.
For what?
Oh well, we can sign them.
Well, I think they want to see exactly how he's going to hold up in practice for another couple of days, and then they'll make their ultimate decisions from there. There's really no rush to sign him. It's going to come down to what it is that he thinks he's ready to play for. Because at one point he said he was ready to come be a backup. Then another point he said he was ready to be a starter. So it's really going to come down to that. Is Derek Carr going to become the next Alex Smith? Alex was already way more successful than Derek's been. I can't wait, Greg. There's going to be a lot of people there shaking in their boots, and I can't wait to see it. I want to see everybody shaking. Now, I've had this conversation. He stunk up the joint. Let's be real. Who was he throwing to? He didn't have any wide
Yeah.
receivers. He didn't. His offensive coordinator was Greg Roman, and his head coach was Jim Tom Sula and Chip Kelly.
Jim Tom Sula was your
Jimmy
offensive
Tom
coordinator.
Sula. Bludgeon, bludgeon. That's your head coach. Thanking Joan and payroll. What's he thanking Joan and payroll for? I don't know, but damn it, he got a head coaching gig, and he probably saw that first check, and the fact that she gave it to him, he got to feeling some type of way. But we will always forever remember Joan and payroll, because we're thanking Joan and payroll at my introductory press conference. Why? Who the fuck knows? But Joan and payroll. Almost, and brought him back and almost won it in the Beyonce Lights Out Super Bowl. Now I've always thought that Eddie or someone looked up and made a signal and the lights went bye, and then all of a sudden the Niners came storming back in a game that they were getting dogged. Willing, ready and willing, and an equal participant. And Bruce Allen should be in a big old swimming pool of boiling hot water himself. He should be in an ocean of boiling hot water.
Nah, you ain't lying on that one.
Oh the shit he's in. I said, don't tell him the truth. They ain't ready. It's kind of my thing. I ain't got no choice. I said, Mama always told me the truth will set you free.
Well.
And so, and even when he did start him, there was he didn't even run the full capabilities of his offense because they never threw the ball like that. That was what was weird about it. The passing scheme was so incredibly rudimentary and basic because that was the whole thing. Where Chip Kelly was the genius was not in the offensive philosophy. It was the fact that he was running you ragged until with speed guys running plays every 20 seconds until you couldn't breathe on the field, and they were just running away from you at that point.
Coach, I'm tired. Can I get some water?
So
Like,
what
water.
you injured from? I got no air in my lungs. I can't breathe. But that's what that was. Is there anything else that we got that we haven't touched on there, tough guy?
No, sir. Nope.
No, sir. No, sir.
We've hit the dusty road.
We got 43 people, 43 eyes on this here little bit show right here. Please, if you've liked what you heard, please hit the thumbs up button, give us an unfiltered salute, help us get on the algorithm so that we can pop up on more timelines, get more people unfiltered truth, and just keep going in everything that we do. Please tell a friend, get some more.
Tell your mama, tell your grandmama, tell the whole family.
Tell a Raider fan. They need us. AB and Keisha Cole. She got to make better decisions than that. But then again, it's been a while since she's had hits, so maybe she needs AB more than we think. Said, no problem. Appreciate bringing you the updates that we can. You know we do it because we love you and we want y'all to know everything that goes on with your beloved Las Vegas Raiders. And
I'm Phil. That's Robinson. We out.
No, one second.
Oh no, I know you did not do the uncle.
One thing we are doing is we are putting me, Dirty, Raider Gabe, and Martwan from Yes Sir Outdoors on YouTube are putting together a Raiders father and kids camping trip. You can check on the Unfiltered Truth Twitter page for some details. You can DM me, or I think I posted it on my page as well, and I'll continue to post it on Instagram and whatnot. And we are trying to make this a nice little event. We're also looking for sponsorships. If you have an outdoorsy type store or do anything for camping related, let us know. We probably got a bunch of people who are going to need some stuff. And if you've got ATVs that you could rent out, they're charging 240 for a day per day and be out there 2 days with a $500 deposit. It'd be like, well, talk to us, get something reasonable. Guarantee you get off at least 10 ATVs right off the rip. Just saying. But that's all I got. Phil, you got anything else? Tell them how much you love the kids.
The words of Michael Jordan.